Well, it's not that good looking out today, but I paid close attention to the weather. Good news is the temperature is not supposed to drop dramatically, and it might even not rain for a while. Today we're going to go back to the Bronx and take a different branch of the IRT system and go check out the Jerome Ave Line, also known as the Woodlawn Line. Should be all outside, all elevated. That's all right. If you're just finding this channel, I pick out places in New York City to go explore, and I take you with me. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's go find some more subways. So we've checked out the Westchester Avenue line that then goes up and splits off into the Dyer Avenue line and the White Plains Avenue line. So we took the 5 to go up the Dyer Avenue line. Today we have to take the 4 because that's the one that goes up to Woodlawn after the split. And I just missed one, so we got 8 minutes. So this first stop is 138th Street, Mott Avenue. We've been through this station the last few times to get up to the Westchester Avenue line, but we haven't actually stopped here, so this time we'll have a look. This station opened in July of 1918, which is actually after the rest of the Jerome Avenue line opened, but this was added south of the line to make that connection between the Jerome Avenue line and the Westchester Avenue line in Manhattan. We got 2 side platforms, 3 tracks, another train coming in. Mezzanine with a transfer. This is 149th Street Grand Concourse, and we've been here when we did the Westchester Avenue line and been through here with the other 2 lines. However, the 4 stops at a different platform than the 2 and the 5, so we haven't seen this platform yet. So this station opened in June of 1917, and it was a southern terminus of the Jerome Avenue line for a while, until it extended through Mott Haven where we just were, and then on into Manhattan. The lower level with the 2 and the 5, which we did before in that other episode, opened first in 1905. I'm not going to do the mezzanines in this episode because we've already done them in the Westchester Avenue episode. Be sure to check out that one if you want to see the rest of this station. And this is 116th Street, Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium's right there. At this end of the platform, we're so close you can't see it because it's right next to us. We'll walk down the other end in a minute. So now we're outside on an elevated platform. We're gonna be outside for the rest of the time today. The station has 2 platforms, 3 tracks. The station opened in June 1917, initially as a shuttle between Kingsbridge and 149th. In July of 1918, the 9th Avenue L began stopping here. I'm pretty sure you can see remnants of the elevated structure where the L line used to go off in a different direction. Yankee Stadium's over there. That's the new one though. The old one used to be over here. There are lots of extra entrances and exits at the station, like over here. They allow for easy access to the stadium on game days. A lot of them, like these over here, used to funnel traffic over toward where the old stadium was, but they still use them today. For the new stadium, you just have to go down and cross the street instead. And there's a massive mezzanine under this that helps with the flow of people on game days. There's also a transfer to the B and the D here. We'll hit that line in the Bronx sometime soon. Now we're at 167th Street. This opened with that initial section of this line in 1917. Elevated station, 3 tracks, 2 side platforms. Well, it's starting to rain a little bit, and the sign's playing tricks with me. It said 12 minutes, and then it said 2 minutes, and now it says 8 minutes. So I guess the next one will come when it comes. Now we're Now we're at 170th Street. This also opened with that initial part of the line in 1917. 2 platforms, 3 tracks, elevated. The main entrance is the elevated station house beneath the tracks. This station is Mount Eden Avenue. I'm trying to cruise through this quickly because there are lots of stations in this line, and sometimes the time between trains is unpredictable. This station opened as part of the original section in 1917. 2 side platforms, 3 tracks. Most of the original IRT signage has been painted over, and the station house is right under the tracks. Now we're at 176th Street. This also opened with that initial portion of the line in 1917. Once again, elevated platform, express train. 2 side platforms, 3 tracks for the express. Map from 2019, nice. All right, this is Burnside Avenue. As you can see, they've torn out the Woodlawn bound platform. So I've actually finished the rest of the line and I'm on my way home. But the downtown side of this station is still open. So I stopped here to fill in the gap. And through the magic of editing, I hopefully will stick this in the right place. This station opened as Burnside Avenue, New York University in June of 1917, part of that original segment of this line. In 1973, New York University sold its Bronx campus up here near the station to the City University of New York. A year after that, the station was renamed in 1974. This elevated station has 3 tracks, 2 island platforms, and this is the only express station on the elevated portion of the Jerome Avenue line. Now we're at 183rd Street. Apparently I have 16 minutes here until the next train. 183rd Street opened with the rest of the stations in 1917. The station has 3 tracks, 2 side platforms. Modest station house is underneath the tracks. Unfortunately, these stations in this 1917 run are nice enough, but they're not quite as beautiful as the earlier elevated stations that you've seen. And they're all kind of looking the same. Now we're at Fordham Rd. This also opened with the rest of the line in 1917. 3 tracks, 2 side platforms, elevated station, mezzanines underneath. This is Kingsbridge Rd. That's the Kingsbridge Armory right there. Totally forgot it was there and was shooting the train leaving the station, and then when the train was out of the way, there it was. So this station opened with the original segment of the line in 1917. However, this was a terminal for a little while. Service originally was between 149th Street and this station, Kingsbridge Rd. This station stopped being the terminal with the opening of the rest of the line up to Woodlawn in 1918. The station has 2 platforms, 3 tracks, and a huge armory. That is a massive building. Now we're at Bedford Park Boulevard. This station opened in 1918 with that extension up to Woodlawn. Elevated station has 3 tracks, 2 side platforms. At that end of the station though, it's not elevated because the ground goes up, but this side is elevated. The Jerome Yard is just off to the west over there, and you can see the tracks break off and head that direction. The station house is actually at ground level because it's at that end of the platform. See the yard right over there. This station is Mosholu Parkway. This opened in 1918 with the rest of that extension up to Woodlawn. The station has 3 tracks, 2 side platforms, and there are 2 mezzanines under each platform. There appear to be one at that end and one at that end. So the next and last stop is Woodlawn, and I can see the train that just dropped us off sitting on the tracks up there. I guess it's waiting to get into the Woodlawn Terminal. Once again on a train by myself because we're pulling up to the last stop, and you often find yourself alone at the end of a line. Now we're at Woodlawn. This is the terminal of the line. This opened in April of 1918. It's an extension off that original line that opened in 1917. The terminal is actually named after Woodlawn Road, but it's more commonly associated with Woodlawn Cemetery, which is right up the road this way. The cemetery had lobbied for a subway stop nearby, and when it got this one, it actually benefited it. It had to open a sales office to be able to handle the demand for burial plots. Subway's connection to Harlem led to many Harlem Renaissance figures wanting to be buried at Woodlawn, like Duke Ellington and W.C. Handy. The station has 2 side tracks and a center island platform. Bumper blocks at the end, and the exit out that way. So Woodlawn Cemetery is right back there. We've been there. You should check out that episode if you haven't seen it. It's beautiful. That's it for the Jerome Ave line. It's time to take the train back. I'm back up to the east side after a nice look at the Jerome Avenue line up in the Bronx, the number 4. A little bit later than the other IRT lines we've looked at, but nice all the same. If you're just finding this channel, be sure to check out all the rest of the episodes already available on YouTube up to the east side. Like and subscribe, tell all your friends about it, and look for new episodes every Friday. Thanks for coming with me to explore New York City. I'll see you next time.